Nothing probably screams leader more than saying, you need someone now, you need someone to stand in, I'll do that.
I just can't imagine anything that she's done she just didn't do magnificently.
Linda was the first person I ever heard say, we have to expand and we have to do it now or we're going to miss a great opportunity.
Linda was just a force on the board, and you could immediately get a sense of her passion for the mission of the college.
Basically, she was a pathfinder. I mean, she was always doing different and unique things within her profession, and certainly she's incredibly successful at the American College.
Born in Omaha, Nebraska in 1956, Linda Need was a bright and curious little Girl Scout who grew up adapting to change. As an engineer, her father's promotions required the young family to move every 2 years. Moving, of course, was very difficult, but reflecting back on it, she says,
at the time, it's traumatic, but looking back on it, it's probably the best thing that ever happened, because it forces you to learn how to make friends, and it teaches you how to respect and integrate quickly into different cultures.
She met her future husband, Ed, at Williams College. With leadership qualities already in her DNA, she became the director of the band. She graduated cum laude with degrees in mathematics and economics.
We were married in '78, the year of blue polyester.
Linda wanted to find work using her mathematics background, but
In 1978, if you're a woman and you've decided you want to be an actuary, there aren't many companies hiring women. I sent letters to 50 companies and heard back very bluntly from a few that we didn't hire women. Northwestern was where Ed could go to grad school and I could go to work and be relatively close together.
eventually they moved to Chicago. And in 1988, Linda joined the corporate actuarial department at Allstate. Also that year, Linda and Ed welcomed their first child, Ryan, followed by their daughter, Emily, a few years later. While at Allstate, she found herself adapting to become a wholesaler, driving annuity and life sales through Dean Witter.
I discovered I was a much better sales guy than I was an actuary, but I was probably a good sales guy because I had been an actuary. I knew the insides and outsides and guts of the products we were selling.
She had a vision for where the business needed to be on almost all fronts.
She achieved tremendous success in distribution with banks and broker-dealers.
I really consider her to be a key pioneer in this transition of how people get served in this planning process.
By this time, the family had relocated to the New York metro area.
And then 2001, our world blew up, kind of literally. Dean Witter's offices were in the World Trade Center. We were on the 74th floor of the second tower. Fortunately, all of our colleagues in the insurance group got out of the building. After a couple of weeks, Dean Witter had set up an emergency site in an old sweatshop, basically, on Canal Street. As odd as it sounds, that 4 or 5 months that we spent in that warehouse was the best thing that could have happened. We were literally sitting shoulder to shoulder, letting everybody heal as a team.
About a year later, Linda was offered an opportunity at Bank of America in Charlotte. As Senior Vice President, Change Management, she represented the broker-dealers for the complex merger with Merrill Lynch.
Linda was actually instrumental in a couple major mergers that were usually thought to be impossible. Frankly, I thought they were impossible. I wouldn't have taken that challenge. She did.
From 2011 through her retirement in 2016, she was with Wells Fargo.
I like to consider myself the most prepared person for any meeting, and I found out that I was at least the second best prepared person for every meeting because she was already there, already knew it, and already had an opinion on it.
It was also during these years that Linda expanded her invaluable relationship with the American College of Financial Services.
We'd always been very much focused on the traditional life companies, and I think through Linda, coming from a very different background, really made an impression on all of us that we needed to be looking broader.
There's all the things that you would look for in a leader, the integrity, the interest in others, bringing about consensus. But there's one that a lot of people miss. She has a tremendous sense of humor.
Starring Linda Need, gringo gal at a full gallop.
Linda's certainly not taking herself too seriously.
You want help from New York, do you? I'll send you monkeys. Bring that little dog along too. We'll sell him term insurance now. Fly, fly, fly!
Linda continues to offer her support and time to various other organizations. And she and Ed love adventurous traveling and are especially proud of their children, who have found great success, just like Mom and Dad.
She could be a phenomenal leader, but also a great friend. I feel so good every day that she said, hey, beyond our business relationship, now let's talk about how we can make a difference. And I'm a better person for it.
I can't think of anyone more deserving than Linda, because I think she really embodies that selfless leadership. She was always there helping mentor and coach and just simply being a role model for other women, even when she didn't know she was being a role model. And I think we're all just absolutely delighted that this year's recipient is Linda.
Congratulations to Linda Need, the 2018 Huebner Gold Medal recipient.